considering of all people, Daniel Bryan turn heel. I mean, would you ever have thought that would happen, Matt? You know,
no, not, especially in his return at the height.
Exactly.
So wanted him back, and that was a surprise. So yeah, it's just incredible. Yeah. It's like they've almost given him the mantle of John Cena. It's like, you're the children's guy that will never turn on the children.
Yeah, that's definitely seems that way. Next question now, Ed the Head. Good name. Goldberg versus The Undertaker is going to be epic. You think that Goldberg could work more matches after, though? Well, he could, yeah. I'm not going to say he can't, because he can. Wouldn't be surprised if he signs up for the Saudi trips every year, I think they go. I mean, how many more matches can he have, Matt, that he hasn't had the joy of having? Because he's never faced The Undertaker, but I don't know. There probably are other matches, I mean, that he hasn't had. But I don't know. I mean, everyone says they're done, and then they're not that done when the money comes calling. I mean, Shawn Michaels said he was done. He said Shawn Michaels was adamant. I'll never be one of those Ric Flair guys or Mick Foley. But yeah, he is. Regardless of what he says, it's a tag match, and it wasn't. No, it was a match, and you came out of that, and you went back on it. So money talks, and I think Goldberg, as good of a guy as he is, I think money talks to him as well. I don't, trust me, this is a lot of money they're doing. And with Goldberg, I heard that they're going to do like what they've done with Hogan, because Hogan's going out there as well, by the way, Matt. He's signed. Oh yeah, the Prince loves Hogan, and last time Hogan was there, he was sent out 5 days before everyone else, so he could hang out with him. That's the same deal as Goldberg's doing. He's going to hang out with him. I know what he's going to do, and then he'll probably sit down with Goldberg and book the match with him, probably. He'll probably go through step by step what he's got to do against The Undertaker. I'm sure that guy books all the matches when he's there and then just sits back and enjoys what he's come up with. From a booking stand. Maybe he can help WWE, I don't know. Might turn in some good stuff, but he's into the Attitude Era. He loves that time. So if you're around I'm telling you, if you're a 90s wrestler, especially Attitude Era, then in early 90s, like Yoko, like he wanted him there, and he tried to get a guy who looked like him instead, that they signed from Japan just for that night. Unbelievable. You're in luck. I said this before. Honky Tonk Man should really consider getting his name out there, and he could get a good payday as well. I mean, everyone could get a good payday here. Sean Waterman, the lot. Go for it. So yes, in terms of can he do another match? Yes, of course he can. Matt, would you be opposed to seeing? I mean, who else is there that Goldberg would have a first ever match with? I mean, I guess John Cena would be another one, but is there anyone else he hasn't had that's kind of a big name?
I feel like we're starting off with a question at the beginning. With any good conversation, you've got to have sort of different points of view sometimes. And when it was called an epic match, is it going to be an epic match? I kind of feel like Undertaker's epic matches are in his past. I mean, I'm sure Goldberg could still probably go, but it's so hard for me to say. I was a big Undertaker fan, but I just feel like he's coming back, and then he comes back again, and then again, and it's just slowly. It's like you can see his soul getting destroyed piece by piece, and I really hope he does get to go out on his own terms. But I feel like he's had so many opportunities now that it's going to be the doctor one day that says, you're not going back, and that feels like these days it's the only way you can get people to retire from wrestling. The doctor has to say you can't do it anymore, and then they're done. Yeah. Because other than that, they just keep coming back for another paycheck, don't they?
Yeah.
But Goldberg, I would like to see him do more work, actually. I feel like that would be something interesting for WWE. That would be something that maybe brings back a whole troop of fans with them as well.
Yeah, well, he did his ratings. The ratings were up when he was on Raw for that brief time. But it would be good if they had him against in a program of a guy coming up, like a Drew, like somebody who could do with a rub. And I know he faced Kevin Owens last time, but that was a nightmare for me. Seeing him win the title, he really didn't need it. I know there was a lot of people, and of course we all realised it was about the story with Brock, about Brock winning that. But Kevin Owens' title reign meant nothing. And I don't even know if people remember it, to be quite honest with you, but he got sacrificed for this match. And I feel like if there's one good thing Goldberg can do because of his name power, and he is a great baby face to have as well, a heel, an up-and-coming heel, perfect for Goldberg, in my opinion. And at the stage of Goldberg's career, he's not going to mind jobbing for that. So, but it'll be interesting to see who wins that match, Matt, as well. I'm intrigued to see the winner of that one, at least.
I think I know the winner already.
That might give you
put a bet on it.
the heads up, yeah. But yeah, I mean, you know, whether it being an epic, I'm not sure it'll be an epic. If it's short and sweet, it could be a really memorable match, a bit like Brock and Goldberg and those kind of things. But I think if it goes too long, it's going to be shown a little bit too much. But it could actually... Do you know what I actually see happening in that match, Matt? I just thought about it. And a little bit of fantasy booking, Matt. But I'd see... who's the team? Baron Corbin and Drew coming out and interfering, and then seeing Goldberg and Undertaker take him out at the end and having that feel-good moment. I just see something like that happen. But then again, I heard that the Prince doesn't like interruptions in the matches. That's one of his big no-nos, so maybe that won't happen. I mean, it could happen after the match, let's say, but it won't happen during the match, because apparently that is a no-go with him. He hates interference in matches, so don't do that. We're not going to be a few million off. Next question, Sergio now. I'm a long-time WWE fan, but this is, I won't say the word, but rubbish, let's say. I want to see something entertaining. My question is, why does WWE not change itself? That is a great question, and something we've been talking about all evening, Sergio. And I think that they try to, but they don't do enough of the change, and they certainly don't in the way it's presented. And I think the bottom line is the money. I mean, they don't change it because they make good money from ad revenues and TV deals. Like this deal with Fox is massive, and this Saudi money coming in, you know, for really, they haven't got to do an awful lot in them shows. I mean, they do look spectacular, but trust me, it's literally, they're just putting on shows but getting paid a shad load for it. I mean, unbelievable money. So when you're doing that well in terms of financial, it's hard to think, well, we need to change it. But the ratings are not lying. I certainly think Triple H realises that. That's for sure. So I think he understands that there's going to be problems coming in, and I just think the style of the way they present the in-ring stuff needs to change a bit more as well. Nowadays, like it used to be, Matt, you couldn't see a proper wrestling match unless it was WWE or WCW, let's say. You'd never get that, especially in the UK in the 90s. How many wrestling promotions was there other than All-Star Wrestling? That was about it, and you'd get them at like Butlins camps and stuff like that. Very, very rare you saw wrestling. Nowadays, Matt, how many promotions have we got over it, and now we're seeing better matches than what we are in WWE? The tide has changed. I'm telling you, WWE is losing the biggest site of what they are, and that's wrestling, and they're getting outdone by all these other guys around them because there's so much talent out there that aren't in WWE, and they don't need to be either. But you know, it just goes to show you that you no longer have to be a professional wrestler. You have to be in WWE. You can be outside of WWE and still be a legit professional wrestler. Is that probably one of the significant things, Matt? I guess, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, there was a long, long time when they dominated the market, wasn't it? And I suppose to a degree they still do. They keep signing up talent and just stockpiling them and tying them down to long contracts. But, you know, that can only go on for so long. We're seeing it now. This is the start of it, isn't it? A revolution of like wrestlers is now just getting fed up with it. They're done with it. They want out. They want to continue their careers and take it elsewhere. So you can see things are changing. So I suppose it is a bit of a shame, but at the same time, it's an exciting time to be a wrestling fan because, you know, things can only really go up from here. I mean, I would be surprised if they can get any worse.
Yeah, I almost feel like we need cue that music. Things can only get better. It's almost like, well, probably Triple H plays to Vince McMahon after every Raw. Can only get, yeah. That'll be the next Batista song track, I'm sure. Give me what I want. Now, Jimbo, Wrestlers Squad number 9. He's back. Hi, John and Matt. Hope you are well. Yes, we are. Thank you, Jimbo. Just wondered what you both your thoughts are on WWE potentially going 3 hours on SmackDown on Fox. Also, I know you've both spoken openly about Shane McMahon's role as an active wrestler, but this is taking the... he was beating on Roman this week. Yeah, I saw that. It's ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, 3 hours of SmackDown, no, that's my feelings on it. I don't want to see it. I think it's another stupid move that WWE put themselves in. Another hour to fill on something they already kind of can't. It's a no-no for me. But again, if WWE will only look at the money, the dollar sign, and the fact that Fox will be like, well, you can get more ad revenue. We can get you if you get the right ratings for us. They'll take it. I know they will. That's the worst thing about the whole thing. But for you, Matt, do you want to see 3 hours of SmackDown as well? 6 hours altogether? Just between them two shows, let alone NXT and everything else. Jeez. I mean...
I think there's so much going on right now, I don't think it'd even matter. I think if they had another hour, I wouldn't even notice. I'd be like, I mean, I'm sure like about 40 minutes there would be adverts anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, me personally, I don't know when the hell I'd have time to watch all of that, and God, it'd be ridiculous to try and fit. I mean, this is the other thing as well. People watching stuff live is people's viewing habits have particularly changed. Everyone now watches things when they want to watch them, whether it's through Netflix or streaming devices or catch-up TV, DVR. I mean, everything is watched when I want to watch it. I do not really, unless something's live or a sports game, I don't really watch live TV all that much anymore. So my viewing habits have completely changed, and I'm guessing most other people's have. One of the interesting, fascinating things, and I thought, why haven't they done this sooner, Matt, is they've stopped sending clips out on YouTube now, like on Raw. So basically, as Raw was going on, Matt, they would send out like 2 minutes of a highlight of something that just happened like moments ago. And what they were realising is that more people were just, because it was quicker and faster than watching the whole of Raw, they just watch YouTube. It's quicker, it's only got the best bits on it, and that's all you needed. The match finishes were on there. Now they've stopped doing that up until a point where they only put them out 24 hours later. But still, if I haven't got time to watch Raw, I will always use that method and just go through those little 3-minute videos, because they're faster, they edit them so they're perfectly designed to just get the best bits in. And that's all I need to really keep up to date with it. I don't need to be sitting there like the Attitude Era and have to watch every match and every little thing, because you can go a couple of weeks without watching it and just catch up, and you're back in the loop again. There isn't that much change going on week to week anymore. So I think they've got to probably stop doing that in a way, because nobody's going to change it. And with regards to Shane McMahon, I know, Matt, you haven't seen it this week, but you'll enjoy that, I bet. God, it's ridiculous. Yeah, I've never been a fan of him being... I don't like it when non-wrestlers are in there with wrestlers, and they kind of... They're making them look the same, especially Roman Reigns. I don't know what the hell that was about. It was unbelievable. But, I don't know how much this is going to go on for. It's not great, though, for me, seeing him. Stay lucky. It's very short and sweet, this one, Matt. I've got one thing to say to you both. Are you all in at Double or Nothing? Yes, I am all in. Stay lucky. Matt, are you all in for Double or Nothing?
I'll be watching that and coming into it with an open mind, and I'm hoping that they exceed all of these expectations put upon them, because that could be some big news in the wrestling world. Yeah,
I'm totally with you there. Last question now then, we've got time for it. It's another new emailer here, William Marlborough. I hope I've announced that correctly. This is a cracking podcast, boys. Any chance you would ever consider bringing the podcast on the road towards Newcastle one day? Nothing I've really thought about too much, William, but